The Cola Paranoia, probably one of my favourite songs off of the first album. Well, I've got to be careful what I say because my children might be watching, but I've got to tell you the story behind the song. I once read that a very famous songwriter said that there's only 3 types of song subjects. You either write songs about love, you write songs about music, or you write songs about drugs. This song isn't about love or music. It's a totally fictitious tale of someone who may have overindulged slightly in their youth, and it's the tale of. It's a funny song. It looks at that with a big smile and the effects of living with the paranoia and all the things that go with doing all those naughty things. Anyone who has indulged will know what I'm talking about. It was a very simple blues-based song. Come up with
Thought I was a beatnik, a poet and a rebel. I drowned myself in drugs and I dosey-doed the devil. I had to get a new pair of shoes. Somebody tied my laces and I tripped and changed my views. Now I'm a lily-livered liberal, eating lentil beans and soya, and I'm followed every night by the Cola Paranoia.
And I wrote a couple of verses for it. In fact, I actually wrote 3 verses for it quite a few years ago, but never went anywhere with it, and they were written down somewhere. And like a lot of the songs on the album, I finished this track when I was holidaying in Spain at my parents' house, and I could only remember the first 2 verses. So somewhere there is another verse that I've written. I'll come across it in a drawer one day, and maybe I'll add it to the song when I play it live. I always had Steely Dan in mind when I wrote it, because a lot of their great songs are just 12-bar blues based, but then they transform it into something amazing by adding, just an extra note in the chord, or just doing something crazy, or not going where you think they're going to go. And I've actually got an email when I recorded the basic track and I sent it to my producer Keith Bessie. I've got the email still, and it says, "Hi Keith, here's the Cola Paranoia. Just think Steely Dan, the Royal Scam," which was a Steely Dan album. And I really wanted to get Mark Knopfler to play the guitar on it, and I spoke with Mark's manager several times, and it was so busy and inundated with other requests that I didn't get anywhere. And that was a blessing, really, because by complete coincidence, about 2 months after that, doing the initial track, I was working with Albert Lee on his 70th birthday shows, and one of the guitar players that was appearing that night was Elliot Randall, who played with Steely Dan. In fact, played the very, very famous solo from Reading in the Years, often voted the best solo of all time. And he also played on the album The Royal Scam. And so I got chatting to Elliot and told him what a fan I was, and I got his email address, and I think that the very night after that concert I emailed him with the basic track of the Cola Paranoia, and I said, what do you think? I'd love your help. And he emailed me back within about 5 minutes of receiving it and said, "Love this song, I would love to play on it," which was just incredible, and I was so happy. And we went to Elliot's studio, and he ended up playing on various other songs on the album. But for me to actually have envisaged this song being a Steely Dan song maybe 5 years prior to that point, to actually getting him to play on it was a huge, huge thrill, and something that still fills me with great pleasure. And I still get excited if Elliot texts me or contacts me on Facebook and his name pops up. I think, Randall is calling me, man. That's cool. It was great fun to play live when we did it with the band in London and in Liverpool, because you can really open up and just have so much fun. Max on the saxophone and Matt on the guitar and the other guys who play guitar. It was great fun song with maybe there's a serious message in there somewhere. One I'm very proud of, the Cola Paranoia.
I was a son of sorrow, but I partied every day, partly to convince myself that I was still okay. And now that I've become a cumbersome old boy, I'm happy to remain that way from now forevermore. Still I keep my wits about me and a letter with my lawyer, till I'm caught and bound and beat